Good morning. God, it's been a few days since Storm Dara, but the plot's now settled. Everything now is back to normal. There's a few things that are misplaced on the plot, but we're going to sort that out today. But my first job is to get some bark. Now, the other day I showed you the trees that fell down in our area, which is very sad, but there's a plus to that. We get more bark. Now, there is plenty of bark there anyway, but I wanted some lovely gold bark. And I asked the guy, pulled over and said, what are you going to be doing with that tree once you chip it? He said, we don't know. We haven't thought that out yet. I said, can you drop it to me? So they've dropped it up. I'm going to go collect a pile of it today. I'm hoping to get the mass amount of it. And I'll have a few stored bags ready to dot around. I want to try and bark as much as I can, make it nice and colourful on you, because there's nothing worse in winter than having a really dark, gloomy plot. So that's what I'm going to do today, and I've got other things to do as well. I want to try, I'm not going to list all the jobs just in case I don't get them all done, but there's a few, so let's go. So I've managed to get 9 so far, and I've dotted them around the plot so I know where they're going to go, but I've worked out that I need a lot more. I've worked out I need about 50 sacks, so I've got 9 now, so I need 41 more. That's about 4 car loads again, so it's not too bad. Then they don't take too long to fill the sacks, to be honest. You just literally just push the sack at the bottom, push it all down with your hands, and they fill up really quick. But you do get a lot of sap on your hands. Now, as much as I'd like to collect bark all day long, this is a headache to me, an absolute headache. So I'm hoping today I can clear all this, stack all the pallets at the back, ready to build the compost base, and hopefully get some of this in order, maybe put 2 more raised beds down and bark at this area. So hopefully we can get that done today. Fingers crossed. Now I also want to repair the archway and maybe bark some of this area as well. These raspberry canes need to be dug out at some point before spring starts, but this plot needs to have a lot of TLC now. We've got some like weeds coming in and the paths need to be barked. But I tell you what, honestly, putting fresh bark onto this, it don't half make a difference. And I've also mulched this bed with a bit more bark as well. And I've noticed that these beds seem to have really good drainage, and also by mulching with a lot of bark on top, it keeps the crowns nice and warm over winter, frost protection for free. I have got a million jobs to do today, but I am going to try and actively do as much as I can, and at least I can tick off those jobs, because they're jobs I cannot do one thing without doing the other thing. So I cannot bark and get all these beds already on you with all those pallets all in the way. And yeah, Storm Dara did knock me back a few days, because that weekend I had off, I had free, and I really wanted to crack on the plot and get it all ready for spring. But you cannot predict the weather, so we're here today. Let's crack on. Let's go. Oof. God, I tell you what, it gets your blood pumping out in that cold weather, but I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the fact that the bark's here now, and I'm glad I didn't take the gamble, and I'm glad I waited for some lovely golden bark. But a few people commented about this size of this flask last week, and if you haven't seen, go and look at that video. And apparently this looked huge, and then I lifted over and grabbed it and went to pour my drink, and apparently the size then readjusted itself, but I didn't notice it, but a few people commented on it last week. So the plan, to go get some more bark, build up one of those beds, because I've got another one of those cream big beds. Now, when I had the grapevine plot, when I first started the channel, I only needed 3, but I had 4, and I never found space for it. I never found a space where it would fit. You know, everything was just so before that. So it was always just chucked in the shed in bits, and then if I ever needed it, then I would use it. Then I came to the fig and olive plot, and then I started building all. I forgot all about it. I forgot all about this raised bed. But then when I was moving, I remembered it when I was going to take these 3 up, so I've got 4. So I'm going to move that into place and hopefully bark that area as well. Just have the front part done, and then I can carry on then going down this long strip here, because that plot over there, that little strip, that used to be 1 plot. These used to be 2 half plots. Even though this side is bigger, so probably this was 3/4 and that was 1/4 anyway. That plot was never used ever since I've known this site. I've always walked past here and seen this growing and growing and becoming overgrown, and I took it on thinking, what am I doing? But I knew, you know, it'd benefit me in the end next to this bit here. So the plan is to carry on going down there and eventually take that shed down. And yeah, but this is the plan. That's the plan today, is to try and get some order here. All the pallets now been moved into the places they wanted. I've barked some of the paths. I'll show you all that in a minute now, but let's have a break. Cheers. So while we're sat here, why don't you tell me what you're having for Christmas this year, if it's garden related? I've asked for an angle grinder. I want one for the plot because I need a few jobs later on, especially when I want to cut the tin sheet in for the new shed build, and a few other projects I've got coming up. So I've asked Santa for an angle grinder, as you do. So pop in the comments below what you're having for Christmas this year off Santa. Hopefully it's what you want, and hopefully you get it, and hopefully it'll benefit your garden as well. So yeah, happy Christmas everyone. Right, back to work.
I can feel there is somebody here, and he's watching over me tonight as he takes away my fears, lets me know there's a heaven up there. Yeah, he's reaching out his hand to me to wash away my tears. Oh, I know you, and I praise you. Got my arms open for your love. Oh, I want to be near you. I hear angels from up above. They sing hallelujah. They sing hallelujah. I can see though my eyes are all closed. Yeah, he gives me strength to carry on, and always lets me know that I'm fine just the way he made me. Every perfect imperfection is all because of him. Oh, I know you, and I praise you. Got my arms open for your love. Oh, I want to be near you. I hear angels from up above. They sing hallelujah. They sing hallelujah. Sing hallelujah. there is somebody here, and he's watching over me tonight as he takes away my fears. Oh, I know you, and I praise you. Got my arms open for your love. Oh, I want to be near you. I hear angels from above. They sing hallelujah. They sing hallelujah.
So we've made quite a bit of progress. So this is all cleared now. There's still bits and bobs, and I'm going to carry on going down and down. But we've got 4 beds now here, all bark. This one's been built. I put some slabs there. I don't know whether or not I'm going to bring patio slabs through the middle. We shall see about that. But yeah, I'm really pleased with this. And then over here, let's go back to the other plot. I'm going to fix this up today as well. I'm going to put the archway back up because, yeah, Storm Dara, not that over, but I need to put some more support posts in because these ones snapped. And yeah, I'm thinking about bolting it to the actual beds when I put another bed here as well, but we shall see. But yeah, over here I put extra bark on you like I mentioned, and I've barked all around you. I mean, golden bark, look at it. It just makes such a difference, doesn't it? All the pallets are over here now ready for the projects on this plot, and I've also put bark all around here as well. So what a difference a few hours makes, eh? So the plan is to carry on barking and sort out the asparagus bed over here because still needs a bit of TLC done to it, and also bark inside the fruit cage as well, and then plant up all the fruit bushes in there, and also put some raspberry canes in there as well. So yeah, there's plenty to go on with, but so far so good. Now I'm avoiding weeding this because I have got some carrots that are still hanging on a little bit here, and there's a few dotted over there as well, but this bed really needs to be weeded. But I'm holding out a little bit because, yeah, I'm hoping to get a couple of those carrots. So I also had to dig out a bramble as well. I mean, it was a monster. There was a huge hole here which I filled in as well. These are all the remnants of it now where I've cut it back, but I'll pull all those out now in the next couple of days and carry on clearing down the plot. I mean, it's still pretty much a mess, but we're getting there, we're getting there. So the plan is to remove all the raspberry canes out here, and I mean, if you've seen in previous videos, I ribboned the ones that are golden with yellow, and I ribboned all the ones that are red with obviously red ribbons. So if you are thinking about digging them up in summer or spring, put a little ribbon around them as well so that you know which ones are which, and then in autumn and winter you can dig them up. So yeah, the plan is to remove these and put some in the fruit cage. I'm thinking I'm just going to go with the golden ones because they're my favourite. Remove these 2 compost bays. Now this is still full of compost. There's still half a one here as well. So I'm going to remove all that and fill up the beds. Remove these and use these for leaf mould. One on this plot and one on the new plot. And then this area here, which I did have the Blauhilde beans in summer, I'm thinking of actually extending the asparagus bed, so having more crowns here, but I'm not sure. I might buy some in spring to put here. So the herb bed needs a bit of TLC as well. One of these beams have come out, so I'm going to actually have to stake them into the ground, I think, so that they're really, really secure. And then this area then I'm just going to top up. A lot of things now are establishing really well, but I want to fill in a few more gaps as well with some extra sage and things. Right, so let's get this archway up. It just doesn't sit right with me that it's just there. And yeah, right, let's secure this up. Right, so I think I'm going to remove this bolt here, put this little plate on the back and screw into the frame first of all, and then I'm going to put some reinforcements down because this rose I want to climb over here, so it's not going to do that for sure, is it? Right, here you go. Right. Let's hope this works. Here we go. Right, we need some wood. Here's my hammer. So I'm thinking about buying one of these archways for the other plot as well, to unify the both plots that they're mine, and then obviously get the sign just like this one for the front there as well. So that's the plan. I don't know how anyone copes with an allotment if they can't do DIY. It must be such a struggle, because there's always loads to do and loads to repair. Right. Now I want these to go down quite far, because I suspect we're going to get more wind in the next month or so. And they say that we might get more snow. I'm happy about that, mind. A lot of people won't be. There. Now I'm going to do the same on the other side. God, tell you what, these storms, they're getting worse and worse. And you use plenty of screws. And one thing I've noticed about having an allotment as well is that you go through a lot of screws, nails, cable ties and string. So if you're looking for something to buy a gardener for Christmas, and especially if they've got an allotment, buy them a box of screws. So she's back up. That's good news. I feel a bit better now that she's all in, and I mean, these go down a good 3 foot now or so, so hopefully they'll hold it. And I've also clamped it here with a plate, and I think I might be able to get one in there as well. I might drill a hole there, and I'll do the same when I put another one of these beds on that side as well, so that is actually bolted to the frame. But yeah, the friggin' olive is back. So as you can see as well, I've also put all the hoops out as well. So each one of these 10-foot beds, they're 3 foot wide and 10 foot long. All use 3 hoops. Now, I mentioned a few videos ago that I want to put like an extension pole all the way across here and clamp it down, so they'll pretty much be similar to this sort of style, you know. They'll all be one uniform frame, so it stops them from doing this, bowing down when the wind. And I also want to clamp them to the beds as well, but I can also then, you know, unclamp them if I want and remove them. But each one now has 3 hoops. I've put 2 there extra for this one, for when this frame comes down. Now my sprouts are looking absolutely fantastic in here. Let me show you. These are the Brendan F1s. Now look at those, they're absolutely perfect. Now these ones will be kept for Christmas dinner, but these ones here are not doing as well. These were a different variety, and they've gone really tall, but they haven't really formed any, and that happens as well. But I'm pleased that I've got sprouts for Christmas. So the archway, I'm thinking of going here. Now I've left this space wider than normal, and there's a reason for that, because I'm not sure if I'm going to put something in the middle here. I'm not quite sure yet. These might move down a little bit more, but the plan is to have these 4 metal beds here, and then all the rest then are going to be full length wooden beds all the way across. I know normally I've got 2 sets there, but I'm thinking of having all full length beds going all the way down, well, so far anyway. And then there's going to be an outdoor potting area here, maybe with a little roof area on top as well to keep me dry, but and from the sun. But yeah, so we're slowly going down the plot now, and it's taking shape. And by putting these hoops up as well, it reminds me that I need to put the nets over, because in early spring allium leaf minder arrives, and they will decimate all your alliums, your leeks, your onions, your garlics. So I'll be netting them, but I'm holding out for a few weeks because of all the winds. But yeah, they definitely need to be done. You know what, I was going to stop for the day, but I think I'm going to make one of the long beds as well, so that's one of the jobs ticked off as well. I've still got about half an hour or so before I need to head home for one of the lives. So if you haven't, like I mentioned, lives every Thursday at 7 p.m. So there's always 3 YouTuber gardeners every week on as guests, so come along on a Thursday 7 p.m. So I'm going to finish this coffee and then let's finish the projects. So I also treated myself to a new circular saw blade as well for Christmas. So this is ready for the shed build, and I mean, this is a godsend, an absolute godsend, this Bosch circular saw, ready for all those big jobs like sheds and just cutting through, because the last thing you want to do is spend all day sawing all that wood. So yeah, it's a bit of an expense, but it's worth it in my eyes.
Young, and we didn't want to be exposed. Even though it was cold, we were never wearing proper clothes. Always trying to be cool, trying to be those bad guys, smoking cigarettes behind the school. Always trying to be cool, trying to be those bad guys, you know. I still think about what we had when we were younger. We were never running out of time. As long as we had each other, everything was black and white. Driving in a car, never knowing how far we go. When we were younger, when we were younger.
Now, we can't say progress wasn't made on the plot today because I am so thrilled with the amount I've done. I'm Danny and this is Grow Up.